What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to D+Pad Life, and today I want to give a little update on the backlog. If you've been tuning in to the last few videos or any of the last few shorts, you might have noticed that there's been a lot of changing in the actively being played section. I got to think of a more clever name, but basically the games that I'm focused on knocking off the backlog. And something's changed. I think when I first started this channel, Gravity Rush 2 was a part of this, but I've recently decided to go ahead and shelf that for the time being. It's now back in the general backlog section. Knack 2 was set aside at one point. It's also gone back to the backlog section, and what I've put in their place are the Batman Arkham Collection. This is not a game that I haven't played before. This is technically a replay, and I've mentioned in the past Crash is going to get played on my Switch, but I haven't started that yet. So until I start it, I'm just going to keep it on the backlog here for appearances. I did mention in a past video that Okami was a game I was definitely going to finish because I was already halfway done, but I booted it up the other day to take it for a spin. This game is about 30 hours long, I believe, and I'm actually only like 11 to 11 and a half hours into it. I thought I was already 15 into it. And the truth is, it's just not gripping me, you guys. As much as I really want to be able to say that I have played this game and that I've enjoyed this game, it's just not happening. I've dedicated over 10 hours to it at this point, and while I won't say I dislike it, I would not say that. I would just say it's not gripping me and holding my attention, which is really unfortunate. I'm not completely sold on the idea that I'm going to remove it from the backlog just yet, but I very well might, if I'm being truthful. Right now, what's been going on in my gaming hobby, something that I mentioned, I'll set this up here for now. It's hard to do single-handed. Or maybe I can do it like this. Anyways, focus on the video. One thing I mentioned early on is my schedule for the month of December is extremely busy. I'm working about 47 to 49 hours a week, and I'm going to class for about 24 hours or so. Is that what it was? Either way, they both totaled up to like 79 hours a week. Or sorry, 72 hours a week, I believe. It doesn't matter. Over 70 hours a week, I'm busy either working or in class, which hasn't allowed me much time for gaming. So as a result of that, a lot of what I've had set aside here has been getting neglected. It hasn't been getting played. And what's ended up happening is, as I'm spending more time away from these games and I'm absorbing content on other games, like in the sense of Batman, I was watching a bunch of Batman Arkham retrospectives and it just made me really want to play the games again. Or I'm just kind of getting further and further away from things. You know, Okami was a game that I played it for a couple reasons. One, it's a highly... a lot of people think this game is great. My younger sister included. I have a young sister who loves this game. And so part of me really wanted to play it so that her and I could discuss it. As well as it's a Capcom game, and I really love Capcom. So I thought, man, I need to play Okami, especially because they're coming out with a sequel. So there's a lot of reasons to stick with this one and to see if maybe it'll pull me back in. But it's just not. And so I found myself in the situation where I'm starting to crave new experiences. So something I've been doing, one thing that's been on my mind, I was mentioning in a past video that Horizon Zero Dawn was going to get added to the Playing It Now section. It was going to come out of the backlog and go to the Playing It Now section. And I was able to recently, on Black Friday, upgrade to the PS5 version of that game. I had already started a save. I'm about 3 hours in on my PS4 version, and I believe the save will transfer over just fine. But I was able to get the PS5 version for relatively cheap, and I'll be doing a Black Friday pickups video soon here. I'm just waiting on one more game to arrive, and then I'll jump into that. But another thing I wanted to play, or that I was considering playing, was a PS5 game. So now Horizon is a PS5 game, but originally I had it on PS4. So, and actually these are over here. I was thinking it's been a while since I played a Yakuza game. So I was thinking maybe Judgment or Like a Dragon Ishin could be good. So I installed both of these and I've started a file on Judgment, and so far, like, it's cool. It's definitely cool, but it's a very slow start. And I don't know if it's something I really want to stick with. Ishin, I'm a bit more intrigued by. It feels like it's more based off like the Yakuza 0 engine, while Judgment feels like it's more based off the Yakuza 6 Kiwami 2 engine, which, quite frankly, I don't prefer. I actually prefer the Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 1 engine. So Ishin might be more up my alley. Plus, it's just kind of a different take on a Yakuza game. And I have Ishin to play as well as Ghost of Tsushima to eventually get to. So it might make more sense to focus on one of those samurai games now so that I can get a little break from samurai stuff and then I can come back and play Ghost of Tsushima. So right now, the backlog basically is looking like this. I would remove Crash because I'll be playing that on the Switch portably at work. I'll keep Okami in the mix for now, but it basically looks like this, plus Ishin or Judgment. I still haven't decided which one of those I want to stick with. But that'll be the backlog. I do think today I'm going to sit down and play some games, and I'm going to focus on VR. I'm going to beat Psychonauts, as I know I'm very close to doing so. I'm going to beat Psychonauts probably today, and then I'll probably do a PlayStation VR World so I can check out that Blood and Truth prequel that's on there, or at the very least there's a single mission like mini game on here that inspired Blood and Truth. I believe Blood and Truth is actually a bit longer. I think it's like 6 to 8 hours. Can't quite remember. But in the meantime, yeah, I'll probably have both of these knocked out by the end of the day. That's the hope, because VR Worlds does have more content on it, but I literally only picked it up to play that. It doesn't mean I can't, the London Heist, that's what it's called. It doesn't mean I may not want to check out this other stuff sometime down the road, but the London Heist is what I'm really focused on when it comes to that. So goal is after today, these two will be off. And I might even go ahead and start Until Dawn Rush of Blood, because I know this is a shorter game as well. It would just be nice to kind of start chopping into that, because, man, just a reminder, my VR backlog is big. It is the biggest backlog I have, only followed by the PS4, and then the PS5 is looking like that, which you might notice some new additions there, but we'll get into that on the Black Friday pickups video. But until next time, guys, this was just a quick update on what's going on with the backlog. My Switch is having an issue that I got to get corrected. I got to get it fixed. Once it's fixed, I should be able to start Crash. But until then, I'm focused on just trying to get into these, man, and get some of these knocked out. The more I put that VR headset on and make a habit of it, the more this backlog will really begin to get addressed. So that's the plan. I just wanted to make a little quick video updating you guys, because I have noticed that in the last few videos of mine that this section has been changing a lot and there's been no explanation. So in any case, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a great holiday, and let me know what you guys are playing. Is there a backlog that you're focused on right now? Is there a console in particular that you're really turning your attention to? Or are you a little all over the place? And also just, man, what have you been playing? I haven't been able to game too much lately, but I did get to take Judgment for a spin. I did get to take Ishin for a spin. And I did get to take Horizon Zero Dawn for a spin. Not sure how I feel about this one yet. I did a community post about that, asking what you guys thought and if you thought it gets better with time, because so far I'm incredibly unimpressed by it. But I'm still willing to stick with it for the time being and see where it goes. So anyways, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you had a great holiday, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Later.